Right then, morning guys. So, woke up this morning to snow. How well you'll see it on the camera. But farmer's field and car covered in snow. So I thought to myself, ooh, we'll put the drone up. Get some nice sweeping snowy cinematics. It's raining now. After I've dropped the dog off, it's raining. So we won't put the drone up. Even the sky looks like it's got more snow in it. So today, back to work today. It's first day back in between. This is being filmed in between Christmas and New Year. And then we've got a big ass deadlift session today. 220 for 5. But I think, was it 7 for all-time PB? I don't think I'm in that position to do that, but 7. There's only 2 more reps. So I'm gonna eat well today. Keep the fluid in me. So I'm in the best. Why am I not flashing? Got a little recorder light on this action camera. Little red light shows you when it's recording, and it's very intermittent. It sometimes records, but it sometimes doesn't. So yeah, lots of reps on squats today. Pardon me. Just dropped the dog off. I've got to go home, get my stuff, get Jamie, and then we'll go to work. So I will check back in with you when I next put the camera on, obviously. Hopefully we'll get some drone footage, but it's still 0 degrees, so it's not going to be going anywhere, but it's peeing it down. But yeah, I will catch back in with you when I do something else. Bye. Tip you up a bit. Oh, what looking like? Oh, you look beautiful. Caffeine, crap night's sleep. Also, my darling, lovely, beautiful wife bought me some Krispy Kreme original glazed yesterday. Now, I ate them. I'm suffering for it today, and people might go, oh, how do you know it's that? Well, that's the first lot of wheat I've had in nearly 2 months, and I'm broken today. Bloated, upset belly, off my food. It's really messed me up down below. And it's 220 for... Get over here, you bastard. 220 for a set of just setting the drone up. I'm going to do some B-roll. Filming it now. You've already seen it. But I'm going to watch the video on, because it's got, the drone is obviously entry level. It's not expensive for a drone. I'd say it's the premium entry level drone, but it's gonna be freezing flying this. But it's the entry level drone, so what you can do, as in the controls of it for videoing, are quite limited. You can do you can't change the white balance, but there is a video that I've just watched while I was at work, shows you that actually there is a way. Also, it's quite bright today, so I'm going to try one of my filters. I'm going to try the UV filter. I'll put the UV filter on it. So the footage you've just seen, it's got a UV filter on it. I'm only going to put it over there, get a bit of Symptomatics. So let's find the UV filter. You've not seen them. You've not seen them, have you? Let's have a look. Let's sort you out. Sort the focus out. So these are them. They're from a make called Sunny Life, and I've got in these, I've got an ND4, an ND32, an ND16, the CPL, so polarized one, a UV filter, and what's that one, an ND8. So lots of ND filters and a UV. I'm going to put the UV on today because it's quite bright. Probably using these wrong. Put you back up there so you can see me. So they just slide over the lens like that and click in, or the gimbal, I think, like that. So that's cushy. So you've already seen this. Big deadlifts, freezing, feel like crap. I've got an hour, no, 23, 24, about an hour and a half. I've got to go to Argos for Jamie to get blender for her on the way home, get the dog, get Jamie, go to Asda and get our order. 13 substitutions on this order. 9 of my meals aren't in stock, and loads of others aren't substituted, but it is what it is. So I'm going to put the drone up, which you've seen, and then I'll be in there warming up on deadlift. I'm going to take the hat in today, even though I might look like a retard, but it's, I feel I've not warmed up today at all. So cold. So cold. So we'll sort this out, we'll then put it all away, and we'll see you in there. So 3, 2, 1, bye. So, back in the car, so I'll explain what you've seen. So, didn't and don't feel, it's amazing how much an upset stomach for me branches off into upset stomach, all the things that I don't want to talk about, but bloating, gas, nausea. Therefore, let me just turn the car on because we're steaming up and it looks dodgy. Nausea, which therefore means today I didn't really want my dinner, didn't really eat my dinner. Breakfast, I normally have eggs after my breakfast, I didn't have my eggs, didn't finish my dinner. I've tried to bulk up with liquid carbs, so like sugar. So today I expected to be a complete and utter mess and crap and clusterfuck and all those things. But we worked up to the 220, really busy over in the deadlift area, as you've probably seen at the start of this video, really busy. 3 people deadlifting, 1 doing rack pulls, 1 doing squats, and then another person deadlifting. Way more than me, but I don't care. I think he got a bit, no, I can't say that. So I pulled 220 for 4. How the 4th one moved, the 5th one would have moved very similar. It wouldn't have been an issue with me not feeling great. And in the past, when I've felt like my powers are slightly lower than they should be, and I don't feel as full of energy, and I don't feel as strong, that's when I pull something, or that's when I hurt something, or that's when I have to grind it up for more than I should do, and I tweak this and I tweak that. So if the 4th one was a grind, I'm not saying it was fast, but there was a 5th one there. Lockout would have been slower, On a good day when I feel great, I reckon there would have been the PB. I'm not saying what that is. Have I already said what that is? No, I don't think so. But you've got to pick your battles in this thing. There's a talk of a lockdown coming up. So once again, it's not going to make any difference. I've moved that fine today, and I've moved it in the past fine. Got tendonitis in both elbow areas, so that's an issue. Also with what I want to do tomorrow, and I want to do a nice shoulder session tomorrow. Tendonitis, pressing, it upsets, it hurts more for me. Full of wind, as you can see. Just not fully on all powers at the moment, but that's by the by, isn't it? The next I did then a triple at what was it, 2:30. Didn't record it because I didn't expect it to go very well, and it moved fine. It was slow. Third one was really slow. But let's work it out. See what my one rep would be based on that, and we'll take this lightly. So on a good day, if I was going to come in and do it, me and Lee, the guy I'm training with, we're heading for a 260 deadlift, which would be nice, not far off that. So it's a 245 single on deadlift next, so that's nice. I'm happy with that. So if we work out what I did today, so if we work out the 220 for 4, 220 for 4 reps equals 250, 249 on the program. If we do it for 5, it's 257. Now, I've not watched the footage back in detail, but I'm pretty sure there was a 5th there. There might not have been, but based on how the third and first, second and third moved well, the 4th was slower, but I find tracky bottoms messed that up. My lockout's always the slowest, and when there's resistance from the tracksuit bottoms, you can see on the tracksuit bottoms that it's bringing bits of fluff off. And if I don't wear them, my legs are in pieces, so it's a catch-22. But that's 257. If I do 230 for 3, that's 253. It's 230 for a set of 5, which is PB. So if I can do 230 for 4, that's 260. I can't see me not, based on today, no. But if the top set was 230 for 3, 4 wouldn't be an issue. And let me tell you that the lockout would be slow. It's always my slowest part. I'm working on that. I'm doing accessory movements to work on that. But all in all, not a bad session. Got to take the rough with the smooth, or the smooth with the rough, or whatever that saying is. It's never going to be amazing all the time. And like today, it's been wise. Could have pulled it for 5 and I could have hurt myself. Could have pulled it for 5 and it'd have been fine. Could have pulled it for 5 and I could have shit myself. All these parameters, you just got to be wise. Me not doing it for a 5th rep, I'm having to convince myself, because I'm quite annoyed that I didn't go for the 5th. There's so many distractions in there, even with the more sheer earbuds in, so many distractions and people banging and this, and I couldn't fully. If you've seen before the top set, I was down at the bar, strapped to the bar, and then I forgot to take my glasses off because I was distracted. Then I took my glasses off and I went back down to the bar, and I had to get in. I was trying to get in the mindset and the zone. And today is a day where somebody with me, training with me. So what I will say is, I don't look strong. Now, lay the line down here. I don't think I'm strong. I don't feel strong. There's very rare days that I feel strong. So we'll put that down there. I don't class myself as strong. I class myself as the most, most average powerlifter out there. Oh, chill out. I class myself as the most average powerlifter out there. I don't class myself as strong. If you were to go down the route, I'd get depressed, because if you were to work out my weight with not strong in my eyes. But most important is, I'm stronger than I was previously. 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, 3 years ago when I started powerlifting, or however long ago it is. Jesus Christ. Couldn't squat 20 kilo. And you may think that that's stupid. I'll see if I can find, there's a photo of me climbing a mountain about 7 years ago, and the drain pipes for arms is an understatement. couldn't squat 20 kilo, couldn't, and this is the funny one, couldn't bench the bar 20 kilos. Shoulder press, struggled 15 kilo shoulder press. And this is, I'm not lying here, I'm not making this sound worse than it is. This is true. And deadlift, always been alright with deadlift, to do 100 kilo. So now if we flick that to now, and now I'm not my strongest by far. I don't feel strongest. I feel that form is better than it has been on most things. But 207.5 squat kilo for a double, the most I've ever done, lifetime. I'd say 250 is the most I've ever deadlifted. So my one rep on squat at the moment, work it out, theoretical, so a bit less, bit more, is, what's the most, let's work it out on most I've done. So I've done 170, about 195 on squat at the moment, pushing the 200. I don't think I'm at the 200, I'm not going to lie and go, oh, I've got 200, I think I'm about 195, 207, not a lot of difference, I'm not far off it. Also, when I did the 207, I was about 7.5, 8 kilos heavier. So that's, couldn't do 20 kilo. The most I've ever done is 207.5 kilo for a double. And let me get this, that 207 was shocking. It was a good morning and slow and grindy and bouncy and everything, but I got it. And now my one rep is about 195. So it's not far off, is it? Really. Bench, couldn't do 20 kilo. Most I've done is 142.5 for a double. The moment my one rep is based on what I did last session, which was 112.5 for an easy 5 to 130. About 12.5 kilos, 11 kilos off my one rep, and I reckon that 131 I could double. I reckon that would not be out of the question. I did 125 the other day, and I could double that. It's about 130, 135, I would say. If I do one, yeah, about 130, 132.5 is my one rep on that, so I'm about 10 kilos off. Deadlift, so based on that, we've just discussed this, based on that, I'm using in my, in the 531 program, you can see that there is a very, very good one rep max calculator, and it is very accurate. Lee yesterday was doing a back up set on bench, and he'd done 115 kilo, and he was doing 80 or 90 kilo, and I worked that out based on the 115 that it was going to be 13 reps, and he failed on the 13 reps. I didn't tell him that, but he failed on the 13th rep, so that therefore means and shows that it's very accurate. So deadlift, so if we go for 220 for a set of 5, we're about 260. I would say 250 would be doable, 245 on the program is comfortable. So couldn't do more than 120. No, I couldn't. Most I've done is 250. I'm about 257 at the moment. So in theory, my deadlift is stronger. Not whether I agree with that, but overhead press. Now this is the one that's grown the most. So my overhead press, what did I do last? So what I've got coming up is 65 for a set of 5. That's 76 kilo overhead press. Now, the most I've ever overhead pressed is, can't quite remember, pushing 90 kilo. I've just had a horrible thought that my microphone is not on. It is, we're nearly dead, but that doesn't matter. So yeah, 90 kilo, 87.5, 88, whatever, I was down to like half kilos. I'm about 76 kilos, so another 10, 11 kilos. So based on how the programs are going and how normal training is when I'm not messed up, and if we don't go into a lockdown, February time, hopefully, please, keep the gyms open. I'll even wear a mask when I'm training, apart from top sets. I'll even wear a mask, it doesn't really matter. As long as the gyms stay open and the facilities stay open. I need the gym. It's, yeah, I'm not far off, really. So, title of this video, how is my training, how far off I am from 1 reps, how's my training going, or whatever the title is going to be. About 10 kilo-ish off my 1 reps, and not just 1 reps or training maxes or PBs, lifetime PBs, moving weight I've never moved before. If I was to pull 251 on a deadlift, which isn't far off, 245 at the moment, coming up on next session, so hopefully next week, not far off on every single one of them. I feel better now for doing this, talking to you guys. I'm not actually that far off, am I? Not that far off at all, which is nice. I want to get stronger, but slow process, takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. Enjoy the process, not the result. Enjoy getting to the. I enjoy getting there as much as being there, but your goals are always I'm always recalculating the goals. So get to a weight, you never happy you want the next weight. So what I want for Easter, let's go into this. I've got it saved in my notes, and let me show you that I've not opened it. Let me find it. Found a phrase online earlier, and I like this for training. You cannot train like a horse and eat like a bird. That stuck with me, that did. Lifting goals. So you can see, if I can get to zoom in, the last time I opened this, but I've not altered it, lifting goals for the end of the year, if you can see that. Come on. That says 6th of July. That's the last time I opened it. I'm going to open it now. So, how far off am I on stuff? Not far. 20 kilo off being good, being happy. Yeah, not far off. The good, I will get into some of those. I'm not showing you what they are. I'm not changing it. It will now say last opened on, yep, it's changed now. So, running out of time and warbling, overly not very happy with today's training, but then when you sit down and you think about it and you reevaluate, being wise, I feel fine now. No problems, tendinitis, but I can do shoulders tomorrow. I'm not a sore back. If I then come in at the weekend, I'll be able to squat, get on the sessions, progressive overload, not me. It's about, no one's watching this at this point, but anyway, it's about taking little bites more often than taking big bites not as often. That's how I see it. So, gonna eat these. Catch you in a bit. Bye. Right, that's that eaten. Still went down nicer than I expected it. Oh man. So let's go to Argos and let's get the dog. I don't know how much of this you'll see or whether this will be the end of the video, but we shall see. Bye.